Hello everyone, welcome back to the latest video number 8 of our Spennymoor Town Football Manager series. And here are the results from our latest few matches, and we're going to be playing Brackley today. We've got 4 games left. For reasons that you'll see in a moment, this will be our final video before the end of season summary and also information on who we are releasing and who we're bringing in. I'll do a video introducing the off-season, doing a season review, and then we will do the off-season business and then come back for the rest. So today's game will be against Brackley after we've reviewed our recent results. So Leamington was the game that we saw in the last video, and we won that one, as you can see, 2-1. Go and see that video if you didn't watch it already. The next match we played Stockport. Player of the match was Ben Sass-Davies, which was very nice to see. Callum Williams did well. We had quite a lot of cards. Anderson didn't play well, but we had, just a solid performance. Again, we were well on top, earned a good victory as well. We then played Dover, who actually sit in first place in the Vanarama National League. Look like they may well make it to the top of the football pyramid in terms of League 2, get into the full structure. We played reasonably well against them. We lost 1-0, but as you can see, guys, we were all over them. So that really gives me a lot of faith for next season, that with some additions to the squad, we could really challenge for promotion to League 2 next season. They actually had to play very well to beat us. They had a lot of bookings, and they only had 1 shot on target. We had 8, and we dominated that game. We would have won that game against most of the teams, and they just found a way to win with their player Ion Effiong. Playing very, very well and scoring their winning goal. So yeah, encouraging signs. Even though we lost, I'm encouraged by what I saw. We then returned to league action against Nuneaton Borough, won comfortably. Ramshaw with the player of the match performance. And yeah, not much to say other than Danny Gwesson was injured, but we did well. Next game was a high scoring affair. Now, what I want to just highlight to you guys is that we were 3-0 up after 4 minutes in this game, and we were 4-0 up after 12 minutes and 5-0 up after 26 minutes. We suffered a mini collapse in the second half, and they came back into the game with Morrison playing very well on the left. I was tight marking him, but he still managed to score twice. But Glenn Taylor, player of the match performance with a 9.4. Our front line, with Christian Hill coming in to rotate a little bit, did very, very well. And we won that game 6-3. 6-3 flatters them a little bit, like I say, 5-0 down after 26 minutes. We then played Kidderminster, and I'm not sure if this was the game where, this is the game where I basically rotated everybody except Oman who played pretty badly. Jamie Chandler put a good performance in at 8.8. We were in the game, but like I say, we rested everybody for reasons that I'll show you in a second. We then played Hereford to a boring 0-0 draw. Alfreton, we had another Glenn Taylor hat-trick. They become quite regular. And then finally, in the last match, we played Ashton away, and we lost that 1-0. Again, there was, a little bit of a lull, and the reason for that is that we are the champions. As you can see, we're 22 points clear with 4 games left. The best they can hope for is to be 6 points behind us. We're shooting for that 100-point target and 30 wins in the season, which is obviously what I'm hoping to get, which we're hoping to secure today. So that's a great result. We will be in the Vanarama Conference next season. So just looking at the squad then, because we got a new budget, and I'll show you that, we have had our new budget of $13,000 per week for next season, which I'm excited about. It gives me a massive amount, another $3,000 of leeway for additions. And in terms of transfers coming in, we have got a bid in for Abdi Sharif, who will be going into our midfield, and we've also got Nick Horton already signed on. He's on trial at the minute. His transfer he'll join us on the 7th of June. He's already a 3.5-star player, and he'll play very well in our central midfield moving forward. So we have got $4,000 worth of leeway. In terms of transfers out, we did release. Now that's bizarre, it hasn't actually registered the 2 or 3 that I've released, which I find quite interesting. Free transfers, that's weird. It hasn't actually log that. Released players, they keep them separate. You learn something new every day. So Nick Draper was deleted out of the game. That's quite interesting. James Curtis is on a free and has finally been released. 37-year-old Adam Boyes, he decided that he was unhappy and wanted to leave. Wanted by Tranmere, which is quite interesting. I'd like to have kept Adam Boyes, but he wasn't happy playing second fiddle to Glenn Taylor, and he left the club. So we're going to go straight now into the game, guys. Like I say, in terms of for all intents and purposes, a pointless match because it's just a case of getting through the games. But what I'm trying to do is to give our best chance of getting that 100-point target, trying to keep that target doing well, and hopefully we might have a chance of signing Billy at the end of the season. Crew haven't yet renewed his contract yet, I think, if I just have a look. It would appear that they have renewed it for another season. So that's quite unfortunate for us. We might be able to get him on loan again. Depends on who else is available. We would like to get Brad Walker on loan again, and again he's a Crew. I'm not quite sure what his contract situation is. I imagine he is on... Well, actually, he's coming up for... I wonder if they might let me bid for him for nothing and see if he's... Okay, they want $500,000. I imagine they're going to offer him a new contract, is my thought. In terms of contracts then, just to keep you up to date, we have all of these players... take him off. All of these players are still to agree new contracts. Haven't made final decisions on any of them, although I imagine a good few of these will leave. But we have re-signed Brogan. We've signed on Kevin Hayes for another season. He's got a high upside potential. And we've renegotiated Sean Tuten's contract for $575 a week. So I'm quite excited about who I'm keeping around, but we want plenty of players coming in to make that squad even better. Like I say, the fact that we lost just narrowly with the team that's looking like winning the conference this season, I'm quite excited about that. I think we could really be knocking on the door next season. So the upside continues. Nick Horton will fit in lovely. Look at that upside there. Star player for us already, so can't wait for that. So we are at home today to Brackley. 1-2 favourites. Doesn't matter if we lose, but it'll be nice to get that. Players are all greened up and happy, and tactically we're all pretty sound. And let's get into the game and see how we get on. And we kick off with Glenn Taylor. And fingers crossed we can, play well today, get that win. We've had a little bit of a lull, but it's not completely unexpected, just down to the fact that we've already got that league stitched up, so it's hard to keep that momentum, I think, for the players to keep that drive moving forward. So we've slipped up a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Like I say, the job's done, and if it's just a case of trying to keep winning games, just keeping that winning habit. But I think next season will be good. So on top at the beginning of this game, which is always good to see, Brackley are 9th in the table, so they've got a few playoff ambitions, because for them it's all about playoff fight now. Billy O'Brien, who's my captain, has been excellent this season. Very happy with him in goal. Ooh, I thought that had just gone into the top corner, grazed the top of the bar. More direct pass and play. I'm happy with that because direct does work with this tactic, I think. And I would like us to just, have a go at playing, really. There's no point in us sitting back. We've got nothing to lose. If we lose the game, it really doesn't matter. And a good shot there, but went wide again. Just going to demand more because we don't want them sitting back on the laurels. And we have a corner, Tuten. If you can pass that back to him, that's a good ball. Now get a quality ball in, Tuten. That wasn't a quality ball. He keeps it in. Back inside to Oman Bake, to Walker, who takes a first time shot. That was very ambitious. And we get a free kick. And it's probably not in shooting range. Well, Could have been if he'd placed it right, maybe, but not great. Come on, guys. Got to keep this winning habit going. So played it out nicely. And there we go, it's a goal. Is that Sean Chewton or an own goal? It's Sean Chewton, and a little somersault there to celebrate. We take a 1-0 lead just before half time. A little bit scrappy. Ramshaw played it out wide. Chewton into that favoured inside forward position. Williams with a searching ball. And Chewton forces a save down low and then makes a block tackle for a goal. He's motivated. And we go to half time well on top with over 60% of possession. I think I'm just going to tell them they can still improve. I do want these wins. I want to get that magical 100-point thing. I'm just going to tactics. I'm just going to take off direct passing just a little bit. Tell them to be a bit more expressive. I would just like to see that creativity being exercised by our players. I think it could be just, that little bit of creativity, let their skill count. Because particularly our forward three are very good. That's a great ball. And it's offside. Fondop was offside. But a nice run. It was a good searching ball. Asked our defence a lot of questions. 50 minutes gone. Danny Gwesson gets his 4th yellow card of the season. Oh, Taylor just knocks it up in the air and then catches it on the way down. That could have gone anywhere. So we're going to get a highlight. Gideon gets his 5th yellow card of the season. So he will be missing for a game. Good save by Billy O'Brien. That should have been a goal. Going to make a few changes now. Danny Gwesson's coming off for Christian Hill. There's no change available for Gideon. Nothing really for Glenn Taylor either, so it's more of a case of who's just playing bad. Probably give Vieira a game. Vieira's not really blasted through the team like I expected he would. In fact, I expected him to be one of our star players, but it's just never really materialised. Great switch to Gideon, who heads it down to Christian. He's come back if he wants to pass to him, but he didn't. Bit disappointing that. I would have thought that's a good ball to Fondop, who's got some pace. And he did well until the finish. Good save by Billy O'Brien to keep us in the game, keep us ahead. .70 minutes gone, we're still in the lead. Whoops. So giving Nathan Buddle some minutes. They've gone to a back 4. Just want to demand more for the last 6-7 minutes. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the tactical changes that you've seen me do quite a few times. Lower the line, the defensive line and the line of engagement. Take it down to a defensive style. And in terms of player tactics, actually we'll just leave it there. Brackley are making the substitution. They go in route 1, so we've made the right, I think the right change. I wonder if that's related to Peter and Love. Let's have a look. Just out of interest, I always like to see if it is. Doesn't appear to be any relation to Peter. Good forward in his time. So we're going to have a tough finish. That's a good challenge, but it goes to Armson, who passes it out to Jeffers, who's got a lot of space on this right hand side. Inside, and Taylor gets it. Poor pass. And we needed to deal with that, and thankfully he kept it in, but it was difficult for him to do anything with it. And that's a good looking cross. And Romario wins an important header, and Boys wins an important challenge. So we are hanging on. I actually thought that was offside, but it obviously wasn't. Play Adu Papra, is he going to deliver? Good cross, right into the danger zone. And we're looking like hanging on here, just about, if we're lucky. We have an injury, and he's put it out. Was he wasting time? Who knows, but there might be another phase of play left to play. So 1-0 up. And that's it. We hold on for the win. Happy with that. I'm just going to say well done, good win boys. Not really much else to say. Hand over to assistant, which I always do. I've noticed not many people on YouTube actually do that, which I think they should. Always good to involve your assistant manager. You can tell what job I've done before. Bruised ankle out for 1 or 2 days, and we've got, yeah, so let me just have a look, see what that means for the league table. We're still 23 points ahead, and our next video, guys, because what I'm going to do is pretty much, you know, just get to the end, play through the last 3 games, try and get that 100-point target, and then we'll start thinking about who's getting kept on, who is, you know, getting released. Pretty much all of the first team will be staying, with the possible exception of our loan players, who I'd like to bring back. But we have got Nick Horton to slot straight into Brad Walker's position if needed. The rest of the players are quite young. Danny Gwesson I might look to replace, but he's doing okay. Glenn Taylor's got another good year or 2 left in him, I think, and 43 goals in our division. He can probably go higher and do well. So we'll come back to that for a season review, and also to let you know which players we are keeping and which players we are binning, and reasons for that. So check out the next video. So thank you for watching. Get subscribed and get liking the channel. Comment who your favourite players are, any recommended signings. Be happy to hear them, guys, although the chances are by the time you see this I'll have played on a bit further, because I am ahead of the game at the minute. So thanks for watching.